Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren in the great city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Speaking of Minneapolis, Minnesota, before we get into the boxing, let's give a special shout out to Mr. Derrick Rose. Okay, Derrick Rose, for those of you who follow basketball, just dropped 50 points. Okay, career high, been through a lot, and that man, as he said himself in his post-game interview, he works his ass off. So he got me inspired. He's got me pumped up. He's got me fired up and motivated. Because I'm working my ass off here on True School Sports, okay? I'm working my ass off in real life. I'm working my ass off on True School Sports. And we're just on our job, man. We're doing what we got to do. We're eliminating all distractions and any people that may distract us. So anyway, want to talk about, let's talk some boxing. Enough of the chit-chat. Interesting article on boxing.com. Basically, it says here that Alexander Usyk, the undisputed cruiserweight champion, who's not too far away from fighting Tony Bellew on November the 10th, basically saying that he's been studying Anthony Joshua for a long, long time. Now, it's no secret that that's a matchup that has been discussed for the future amongst boxing fans, and in many articles, Usyk has aspirations to do and kind of replicate the same things that Evander Holyfield did, and being an undisputed cruiserweight champion, and then eventually going up to heavyweight and having his own success there. Maybe even become an undisputed heavyweight champion. I know he has those ambitions. So in order to do that in the near future, you'd have to believe that he'd have to go get an Anthony Joshua fight. So he's taking the right steps to do that. He's fighting Tony Bellew to defend his cruiserweight belts, to become the first undisputed cruiserweight champion to defend his belts. And Bellew was really like the last notable name that he has not beaten at cruiserweight. So literally, if he beats Bellew, which many people expect him to do, you can pretty much, he's pretty much literally cleared out the whole division, cleared it out, like really cleared it out. And he signed on with Eddie Hearn already in Matchroom Boxing, so the pathway has already been laid out. But he mentioned how he's been studying Anthony Joshua, and they're both from the same Olympic class. Usyk won a gold medal at heavyweight in 2012. Joshua won a gold medal at super heavyweight in 2012 at the London Games. So here's what he said in regards to Joshua, and just, nothing crazy here, but here's what he said. He said, I quote, "I watched this fight with Povetkin, and I really liked it. I like how Alexander was set up. It was intriguing, or it was Joshua's plan. It wasn't a successful plan at the beginning. I really like the atmosphere at Wembley Stadium, and I would like to box there. I saw Anthony Joshua for the first time at the 2011 World Championship Finals against Mago, I can't even say the guy's name. It was a great fight, and after this fight, I said he's going to be an Olympic champion in London. I watched all his fights in London at the Olympic Games, and of course his professional fights as well. I am interested in him. I mean, it's interesting to watch his fights." Then he goes on and answering his just basically the potential for a match between him and Anthony Joshua, saying, I quote, "Do you know I cannot tell you in advance before this fight happens? When promoters start negotiations between Usyk and Joshua, then I'll get ready for that. If you want to make God smile, tell him your plans. Do you understand that my father raised me not to tell what hasn't happened yet?" End quote. So who knew, man? Alexander Usyk, a bit of a spiritual man, a man of wisdom, talking about tell God his plans and whatnot. But he needs to open up the Bible, because it says in Proverbs 19:21, many are the plans of man, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. So read your damn Bible, Alexander Usyk. But anyway, not really anything too crazy here from Usyk. He's just saying, like, look, he's dropping them hints. I want to fight at Wembley. I like the atmosphere here. I like Joshua. I watch all of his fights. He signed a Matchroom. He's fighting a Matchroom fighter. A move to heavyweight is in the cards. Whether he beats Bellew or loses to Bellew, in the next 2 years, he will at some point in time be a heavyweight fighter. And barring anything crazy, he'll have to fight Joshua. He'll have to fight Joshua if he wants to attain those aspirations. And I think it'll be a fun fight. Even though Usyk is a cruiserweight, I think he's definitely going to be a solid heavyweight. I think he has a good frame to become a heavyweight. Things like that. So, it really just becomes a point in time of, like, when it makes the financial sense for Eddie Hearn to put Joshua in with such a dangerous fighter. I would definitely say the timetable would be early 2020. You look at the spring dates for early 2020, because you got to think to yourself, like, Anthony Joshua has a date for 2019 already for whoever You know, a lot of us are hoping and praying that it's Deontay Wilder, but that doesn't look like it's in the card at the moment. But, you know, the agenda has to be for Matchroom Boxing, for Eddie Hearn, for Anthony Joshua. It has to be Deontay Wilder. But if not, you know, a Dillian White rematch could be in the cards because Dillian White's improved a lot. He's got a big winner with Joseph Parker. And quite frankly, outside the champions in the division, he might be the most formidable opponent for Anthony Joshua, to be honest with you. So that fight would make a lot of sense. And Usyk hasn't really made that move to heavyweight yet. So, and even when he does, he'll probably want to fight. So, you know, early 2020, spring of 2020 seems like a logical date. And I'm not against it. You know, I think it would be a fun fight. I think Josh will be challenged in ways he's never been challenged before. You know, he's shown very predictable patterns and rhythms at times, and that's been my biggest criticism of Joshua as a fighter. And I think a guy like Usyk, that would probably be like that weakness of that Joshua has would play into his hands. But at the same time, you know, 2020 is a long time away. There's still a lot of building, a lot of learning, a lot of maturing that can't happen to Anthony Joshua from now till that time. So look at how he's matured since the Klitschko fight. He's gotten a lot better since the Klitschko fight. So yeah, Alexander Usyk pretty much dropping them hints that look, I want to fight Anthony Joshua. This is a fight that I'm interested in. And yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, man. Just what do you think about Usyk dropping these hints about potentially fighting Joshua? What do you think about that matchup overall? And do you think Usyk has any legitimate chance to beat Anthony Joshua? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single gosh darn video. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding, dang it. So until next time, take care, guys. And if you like this hoodie, let me know. Let me know. Drop some comments down below, and we'll get some True School Sports hoodies in production. So let me know in the comments. Take care, guys.